one day, 7K, right? Boom, closed it. And then I think that week I finished out at like 13K or something like that.
Fire.
So it was cool, bro. Yeah, in 1 week, it's the most money I've ever made from trading.
You're not profitable because you don't know your entry signal. You're not profitable because you don't know how to trade. You don't know the actual art of trading. You don't know what it takes to become a trader. You're not profitable because you don't know when to enter the trade. It's completely wrong. And that is where 90% of the traders are wrong. And only the 10% of traders that accept that they are wrong there is that they become profitable, because they go and then they take the approach on, all right, if the entry signal is not it, then what am I doing wrong? You have to backtrack. So that's exactly what I do in the bootcamp. I backtrack everything to the beginning, so then you can start from zero, you build the foundation, and then you can obviously.
That's a fact.
What would you say was the most challenging thing you had to learn and develop?
I think the most challenging thing for me was patience.
Do you see yourself now taking more or less trades?
Less. Way less trades.
Do you make more or less money?
More. Way more.
Crazy,
Yeah,
right?
it's crazy.
How do you tell Rick at the beginning that where do you want to be in that?
I want to fucking ball out.
All right, so what's up, guys? Today we have a very, very important podcast to me. It is the first podcast that I am doing. It is the first podcast that I'm doing that it is updated. This is with a very important person. His name is Ricky. If you've been part of the Swing Trader Lab family for the last 2 to 3 years, you've probably seen his face a lot. He was the first person to trust in me when it comes to education, and this is the first time we ever meet in person. We just spent all day together. We had a blast, and now it's time for him to talk about his journey learning the set and forget strategy, the ups, the downs, and the reality of what it takes to become a successful trader, and if set and forget actually works. So, Ricky, first of all, thank you for coming, brother.
Appreciate you having me here, bro. It's been a blast already, dog.
So, where are you coming from? Arizona?
We've been joking all day because Alex has been saying Arizona, but I'm from San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio?
Yeah, San Antonio, Texas. Born and raised. Only place I've ever lived. So.
And how old are you now?
I'm 32 years old.
32?
Yeah.
And let's go back to the beginning, right?
All right.
Set and forget.
Yep.
Ricky,
Yep.
before set and forget,
Mm-hmm.
before trading, before everything. How did this approach to the market and trusting in me at the beginning when I first decided, like, yo, I want to do a 30-day bootcamp? Why did you trust in me at the beginning? Like, why?
So, like I had mentioned to you earlier, man, it's been crazy because obviously I come from a 9-to-5 background. The goal has always been to get out of that, right? And once I kind of slowly but surely got out of that, kind of left the 9-to-5 and ended up going to the car dealership, started getting a little bit of taste of commission, and then got into home sales, which I do in San Antonio still currently. I'm a licensed real estate agent over there. And it kind of just unfolded from there. I started looking for stuff online to try to make a little bit more money. And, my buddy David, shout out to David, he actually put me on about trading, right? He started showing me some stuff, and I was like, man, this, it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. I don't know the full picture. I see people making money, but there's a lot of, fake stuff going around, and I just didn't know who to trust. So I ended up buying a few courses. Man, I bought about 5 different courses, bro. And all of them were they were just crap, bro. If I'm being honest, bro, they weren't very legit, not very thorough. It was more of just, hey, I'm putting content together and I'm getting it out. And then I found you, and I don't remember how I stumbled upon your Instagram or YouTube, but started seeing your stuff. And then out of nowhere, you started blowing up, and I saw you were killing it, bro. Showing, again, one of the only traders that I've seen that is just showing live trading, live results. It's just ridiculous, and there's still a bunch of people out there that doubt you, and it's bro, just go to all his stuff. It's on there, it's
live. Everything's
live. Yeah. So after that, you started talking about offering a boot camp, and I was like, oh, okay, is he talking about actually doing it in person, or what is he talking about? So you started giving details, and you had a big following at the time already, and you just put it out there. You were like, hey, everybody submit a little form, and I'm going to go through them, and I'm going to select 15, right? Bro, so I wrote the best essay I could ever think of, bro. I was like, boom, I need this, right? And yeah, it's crazy, bro. Just the reason why I trusted you is because you were legitimately about to hop on a 30-day boot camp and just thug it out for 30 days with us. Just straight up hopping on Zooms and willing to teach us answer our questions, correct our trading. Like, it just like, bro, I needed that. You know what I mean? And so that's why I preach to everybody that, you know, not only is interested in your course and everything, it's just super fire because it's game changing, but getting a mentor that actually is very, very legit and willing to actually give you facts, right? Because there's so much content out there that is just wishy-washy and everybody looks the same, bro. You know, like, oh, I waited for a breakout here. I'm a breakout trader. This is where I took the trade. This is where I took the profit and this is where my stop loss was, and that's how I got my Lambo. You know, like everybody does that. And
but nobody shows you the actual live, the during and the after.
Nah, bro.
So before you joined the boot camp, where would you say you were in trading? Were you at like, let's say we were to have to grade it from 0 to 100. Where do you think you were? 0
to 100. I want to say I was at like a 50.
A 50.
Honest, yeah.
Okay.
So I had the knowledge down
you knew the basics.
Yeah, the basics. Really, yeah, I knew. You know, I'm not gonna mention everything that I knew, but as far as like the basics, you know, I knew how to mark up what I thought how to mark up charts till you corrected me. And
I remember everybody, because the first day I just dedicated to just market structure.
Yes,
everybody thinks they know market structure.
Bro.
It's like, well, nobody knows market structure. No.
And what's crazy is that as the boot camp kind of played out, every single day, everybody, you should see, like, I mean, everybody's seen it. Like, you see everybody's face like, no shit. Like, okay, right? Okay, I got that. And then we went to the next day, and we even had a week where you just kind of like, you let each of us break down a chart, and you were like, no, bro, that's not how you do it.
You guys are all trash.
Yeah, guys, like, yeah, bro, everybody here is trash. Like, let me fix it, right?
Yeah. And I would tell you guys at the beginning of every single call, I'm like, look, what I'm going to tell you in this call, right now you don't get it.
Nope.
But by the end of this call, it's impossible for you to not get it. Like, you can't unsee it. The best example that I can put is Where's Waldo?
Yeah.
So when you get on a paper and you try to find Waldo, it's impossible. Yeah. But the moment you find him, you can't unsee where he is. 100%. It's the same thing when it comes to the charts. It's the exact same philosophy.
Yeah.
So during the boot camp, you were struggling with some things. What were you struggling with during the boot camp?
Man, so I was struggling with market structure for sure. So it's funny because entering the boot camp, I thought my only issue was entries. I felt like I was entering too soon. Every time I was getting into a trade, I was getting stopped out, and then it would head straight to my take profit. And a lot of it had to do with market structure and when to enter. And bro, you solved both of those. Like, it was wild because you actually sitting in front of me or across the screen and actually telling us, like, hey, this is what I do. Literally, this is how I made my money. I'm giving it to you guys. You should do the same. As long as you just rinse and repeat, you will be fine. Anybody can do this if you just do the same thing I do. And,
exactly.
You know, the people that took it are doing really good, and the people that decided, oh, like, Alex doesn't know what he's doing, I'm going to go my own route.
They're not doing it.
They're not doing it, bro. Yeah, it's that simple.
Because the first thing that the first call, because I like the first day to just use it as, all right, guys, take out your, like, whatever you have inside, just take it out. Ask whatever question. I'm not reading that chat. Everyone's asking a bunch of different questions. Yes. I'm like, all right, are you guys done? Because none of that shit fucking matters right now. Everybody right here is asking me about entry signal. You guys are asking me about stop loss, about take profit. I'm like, dude, you guys don't understand. That is literally the final piece of the puzzle.
Yep.
There's so much more that has to get done before you enter. You're not profitable because you don't know your entry signal. You're not profitable because you don't know how to trade. You don't know the actual art of trading. You don't know what it takes to become a trader. You're not profitable because you don't know when to enter the trade. Correct. That is completely wrong. And that is where 90% of the traders are wrong. And only the 10% of traders that accept that they are wrong there is that they become profitable because they go and then they take the approach on, all right, if the entry signal is not it, then what am I doing wrong? You have to backtrack. So that's exactly what I do in the bootcamp. I backtrack everything to the beginning, so then you can start from zero, you build the foundation, and then you can obviously move forward. All right, so I remember that you said something in the bootcamp when you found out how old I was.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, what did you say?
I remember, like, and you just kind of brushed over it too, bro. Like, it was just like, oh yeah, I'm 21, right, whatever. And I was like, wait. Everybody stop what they're doing right now. There's no way that we are taking advice from this 21-year-old kid. And then, like, of course I was joking, right? But I was like, this is insane, bro. Like, and I remember telling you, like, I don't think you understand what you've unlocked at such a young age, bro. And like, of course, I didn't. The reason why I thought that you weren't 21, or the reason why I didn't think you were 21, is because of the way you carried yourself. You wasn't just out partying and doing crazy dumb stuff. Like, bro, you were focused. Like, there was times where you locked in for 30 days with us and just sat there like, hey, I'm gonna teach you guys how to do this
For hours, bro.
for hours,
That
bro.
shit was so brutal, man.
I can't even imagine, bro. Like,
My brain was fried.
yeah, 100%. I could tell, bro. Like, it just like it was just crazy, bro. It was crazy.
And then what would you say was the turning point for you after the boot camp, right? Because obviously going into the boot camp, you have barriers that get fixed, everything gets changed. But then when you leave from it, new barriers enter that, I can't teach you in 30 days. Shit fucking takes time. You have to rinse and repeat. And while you're rinsing and repeating, you enter new barriers already after you fix the other ones. Like, what were the next things that you kind of struggled with after?
So after we did the boot camp, I felt like, although I again, like you said, right, you basically kind of hit it on the nail. Like, if I tell you this now, it may not make sense now, but by the end of whatever we're doing, you're going to understand it, right? So I understood it, but then I had to take it and put it to practice because it was something completely out of what I was used to. I was what I thought was on the right path, never even looked at the higher time frame. Like, bro, I was like all over the place. And I felt like I was so close to unlocking it. And then I started just practicing everything that you taught us. And I think that's what really did it. I just kept practicing. And I never gave up. And it got to a point to where there was a few other minor things that I felt like I kind of needed to tidy up. Risk management. The emotion part was huge. And as much as you sit here and tell me, bro, just walk away from the charts. Like, only you can decide if you're going to do that. And it took a lot for me to gain that just confidence to be able to just, all right, look, I lost 2 trades in a row for the week. I'll be down for the week. Cool. I'm going to walk away. And then the next week come and just follow my plan again. And now I'm up. You know what I mean? Just using proper risk management. And that's what really changed everything for me. It's just the practice,
I mean, there's only so many times you could get punched before you get tired.
It's a fact.
And we got Mike over here, which you probably get punched. We got Mike coming up next in the podcast, but this guy's not scared of getting punched. His story is crazy. You guys will see this next. So if you were to have to say something out there to Ricky before the boot camp, what would be the first thing that you would tell him? The first thing.
Man, let me answer this question properly. So you're asking me if I didn't know about the boot camp?
Yeah, if you didn't know about the boot camp, like, what would you tell Ricky?
I would tell Ricky he needs to find a mentor. That he needs to find somebody that is willing to be transparent, put in the time, and actually just, sit down and be able to talk to them or be able to answer, ask questions to and have those answers. And I think what ultimately has helped me a lot and with what your community has provided is there's so many other decent traders and good traders in the set and forget community that we all help each other out, you know. There's a lot of new traders that are coming in. So it's a lot of traders. And I think so many people were, and the reason for that I think is so many people were waiting for you to come out with a course. Yeah. Because you were only going to do so many boot camps. It's exhausting, bro.
It's too much, bro.
Yeah, it's way too much. And so once people found out, like, oh, like he put his stuff out there, boom, they would buy it. But then they didn't want to put in the work, right? And again, no disrespect to anybody, but if you don't put in the work, bro, nobody's going to do it for you. So you buy the course, and you buy the course just to have access to you to ask you questions. You have over 100,000 people asking you questions, bro. It's very tough, right?
It's very challenging.
Very, very challenging. So
that's why I just try to keep it just to the Sunday swings. That way, we get on live. Right now, we have Sunday swings in 15 minutes.
Yes, I know.
We're gonna do Sunday swings together now. We're gonna go, talk to the students live. We're gonna go break down the pairs for the week. But I try to be as patient as I can. That way, so people can have their questions answered. I always try and put myself in the position of Alex when he got started. And I'm not gonna lie. At the beginning, I was that person where I didn't want to watch the video. I just wanted to ask my question and get it answered immediately because I thought that's what would work. Mm-hmm. But obviously, before I started trading, I was a certain type of person. And during trading, I evolved into a person, and now I am a completely different person.
Yeah.
For you to become a profitable trader, you have to evolve into a new person. This is a skill set in a business that you just aren't just born with right away. Unless you're fucking Mike over here.
Yeah, unless you're Mike.
Unless you're Mike.
But
but it's something seriously that you have to learn and develop.
That's a fact.
What would you say was the most challenging thing you had to learn and develop?
I think the most challenging thing for me was patience. The strategy that you use and that you've taught us is so, it's not easy. It is so simple, but it has steps to it, right? Like there's levels to it. And if you just, boop, 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 I'm going down and I have 9 levels, right? Let's say 9 steps, just hypothetically. And I get to the 8th step, but then the 9th one, I jumped the gun, bro. Like you just threw your whole plan out the window.
Everything's out the window.
You know what I mean? So
it's a checklist.
Yeah, it's a checklist. And that's what took so long for me to just be patient, bro. And honestly, I'll share something really, really crazy. So I was telling Mike that what's really, really wild and what really unlocked the patience and willingness to just let everything play out. And if it doesn't play out, don't take the trade. So I was actually on, and it's not the account that I'm trading with currently, but I was on a funded account or a funded challenge, right? Step 1. I was down 9.5%. Bro, I was over trading, revenge trading, all the above. And I had got to a point where I had one more trade, bro.
Yeah, you had the last chance.
Bro, last chance. So I was like, well, okay. I have this one chance, right? Like, and this sounds so stupid, but I was like, well, let me follow all my steps, right, bro? Exactly, right? Like you mean the whole challenge you were following your steps, right? So I was like, let me follow my steps and let me see what happens, right? So boom, took one trade, gained 4%. I was like, wait a minute.
I should do this again,
bro. Yeah, wait. What if I do it again? So I did it again. Boom, another 3%. And I was like, nah, hold on, right? And that's what basically taught me if I'm just patient. And the trades that I took, I went back, right? This forced me to go back to my trades and find out why I lost those trades. And of course, the market is going to do whatever it does. There's times where everything looks good, and the trade doesn't go your way.
Facts.
But as long as you follow your plan, you will end up on the upside, right?
Exactly. So
after that, I was like, okay, well, I'm almost back to life. Let me do it again. So then I did it again, and now I'm positive 1%, bro. And I'm like, bro, this is wild. Like, I literally took, and I went back and I had lost, and this is how stupid I was being. I probably lost like 13 trades in a row. And you're telling me 3 trades that I took made up for all those like that because I followed my rules? And from then on, I never not follow my rules.
Why didn't you follow your rules at the beginning?
Just being impatient. Because I felt like I saw the trade so good that I was like, bro, like everything is going to add up. And I would skip my last step, didn't look for my entry signal, didn't wait for the sauce, didn't wait for like any of that. And like, it looked so good. I was just like, bro, like I'm afraid of missing out on it. So the FOMO kicked in and I would take it. Boom, straight to stop loss. And I'm like, okay. When I went back to those trades, I was like, yep, I was dumb there. I should have waited for that there. And I was forced to do that. So that's what changed. Like at that point, I was like, okay, if I just, bro, literally, if I just pretend I'm down 9.5%, bro, like everything will be fine. You know what I mean? And it's cool and it's crazy because as a trader, you have to go through stuff like that to figure out on your own, okay, this is how it is, right?
I could tell you so many times in 30 days to follow your plan, and only you will know that you have to follow your plan.
Exactly, bro.
Do you see yourself now taking more or less trades?
Less. Way less trades.
Do you make more or less money?
More. Way more money.
It's crazy,
yeah,
right?
It's crazy.
How do you tell Rick at the beginning that shit would never make
bro,
sense?
It never makes sense, bro. And it's crazy because you told us that during the boot camp. Like you were like, dude, and everybody asks, like, how many trades do you take a week? And you're like, I don't know. If they present themselves, they do. I might not even take a trade, right? And for us to actually grasp that was so hard because, like you said, you could tell us the whole 30 days, hey, don't do that. Or, hey, just chill, sit on your hands. sitting on my hands was the hardest thing to do, bro. And it took something like that for me to be like, dude, you've been an idiot this whole time. Like, just listen to Alex, bro. It's crazy.
Because the way how I see it, obviously I went through the same thing, so I'm guilty as well.
Yeah.
But the easiest way I can explain it now is like, look, you haven't been trading. Let's say you just started trading right now, right? 2024. You haven't been trading for the last 10 years that the market has been open.
Right.
So you've missed a shit ton of opportunities. Now, the market's not going to go anywhere for the next 10 years. So you shouldn't have a fear of missing another opportunity because the new opportunities are coming, and you already missed a shit ton of opportunities because you simply didn't know about the niche. You didn't know about it. Now that you remotely think that you know about it, don't just think you can just jump the gun and get the profits. That's just not how it's working. It's not fair.
Nope.
So the approach you should take is like, well, if I've been missing it for the last 10 years, let's say if I miss it for another year while I perfect this craft, that's fine. You know, then after that you perfect it. What's your goal with trading? What do you want it to be your end goal? Because I have a question, right? And I realized this the other day. Everybody has a different level of success that they want to reach. You know, some people, they just want to chill. Some people, they just want to be well off. Other people, they just want to fucking ball out. You know what I mean? So trading gives you the ability to do that.
It does.
Now, where do you want to be in that?
I want to fucking ball out. Nah, bro, but for real, like on some real stuff, man, I want to ball out. I want to be well off to the point to where.
What's well off? Like, what would you consider?
I want to be able to build and use trading to build my real estate portfolio, have my money work for me. I've been really wanting to dig even deeper into the investing side when it comes to fix and flipping and stuff like that. Real estate is great in San Antonio, and although it's really good money, it's a lot more money than the average person makes in San Antonio. Trading gives me the opportunity to take that a step up, and the opportunity is there. So I think that, you know, my ultimate goal with trading is to use it and utilize it to, you know, get the things that I want. And it's not, you know, fancy things, you know. Of course, I want a Urus, you know. I want those things, and it'll come. I know it will. But ultimately, it's to, you know, have my kiddo grow up better than I did, and kind of just build a foundation for, you know, any future traders that, you know, have doubts, or, you know, I want to be that guy that is obviously like a student of yours that's like, yeah, like he listened to Alex, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, I ultimately want to fucking ball out.
So you don't see trading as your only source of income?
So eventually, yes. If you want me to answer that way, yes, absolutely. And
well, I mean, technically no, because if you have real estate, it won't
right.
It won't be
technically no, yeah. So, but to answer that question properly, as far as stepping away from real estate, this is gonna sound like crazy, but a lot of people have asked me, hey, well, like, if you get good enough at trading, like, will you stop selling real estate, right? Because right now I'm more of a residential agent. So I help people purchase and sell real estate in San Antonio. I'm not too deep into the investing side. I've helped investors before, and time again. But as far as me building my portfolio, I haven't really done that yet. And I want to get out of more of the residential side, because that's more of the hard work, to be honest. It's more of, you know, I got to take clients out to go see homes. I got to run comps for them. I got to put listing signs. I'm doing all the hard work. And again, right, like everybody could say like, oh, real estate is not that hard. But like, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that is tough. With trading, it's just me and the charts. You know what I mean? So,
which can almost even be harder.
Yeah, facts. And if you just master the skill set and the patience, you know, you can do it anywhere, you know, and you don't need a license. You don't need anything. So it's crazy. But ultimately, I want it to be my main source of income, and just utilize it to create other flows of income, if that makes sense. So.
And what is your why right now? Like, why do you still trade and do all this that you do now?
So honestly, bro, my why is because of my family, bro, to be honest with you. And that's always been my why, even with real estate and the reason why I grind the way I do. But that has continuously been my why. My little boy, my wife, and, you know, what we have going on at home is huge, you know, and I feel like I want to give them the finer things, and it has nothing to do with me, bro. It's crazy. Like it's them that actually pushes me to keep going. They're the reason why I never gave up, you know, because even after the boot camp, there was times where like probably like 6 months after, I was like, man, I'm still having trouble. Like, you know, like I just couldn't figure it out. And then again, you got to go through your own moments to figure out, okay, like, and then I would refer back to what we talked about. I'm like, he's been telling me this whole time. Like, why didn't I, you know? But
You just gotta stick to the plan,
bro,
bro.
that's it, bro. You just got to stick to the plan. And if you do, everything will work itself out, bro. You know, so it's crazy.
What would you say is one of your most memorable moments when it comes to trading?
Man, I think it was just recently. It was one of my biggest days. It was like a 7K day, and it may not be a lot to you, but,
No, but it's okay,
bro. It was an accomplishment, and it was because I've been following my plan. So it happened, and I was like, yo, like in one day, 7K, right? Boom, closed it, and then I think that week I finished out at like maybe like 13K or something like that.
Fire.
So it was cool, bro. Yeah, in 1 week, it's the most money I've ever made from trading. And that was one of the most memorable moments. Aside that, passing my first actual funded challenge. I was like, bro, I was shaking. I was like, this is unreal, bro.
So you mean all you had to do was just follow the set?
That's it, bro. That's all I had to do, bro.
So you mean that's all you had to do?
Just set and forget. Okay, let me just do this and I'll be fine, bro. That's all I had to do.
It took you a while.
It did, bro, for real. But again, everybody's mentality is different.
Exactly. You know? And then especially if you have other distractions, you know, it kind of takes away a little bit. I know, I remember you mentioned to me you approach trading as kind of like a part-time in a way because you have the real estate, you have the family that you have to take care of. So, you know, the fact that you were able then to manage all of that and then incorporate trading into it, which that alone is, you know, very difficult.
Yeah.
All you have to do is just follow the plan, bro.
That's it, bro.
You know what I mean?
That's
it makes it, I try to make it as easy as I can make it, you know? And I feel like, you know, the time has shown what works and what 100%. Doesn't. And that it's just a system you just have to follow in order for you to see the results. And I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see that what you have planned for this year. What would you say is your 2024 goal that you want to do with trading?
My 2024 goal is to continue to fund a personal account up to and scale it up to at least this might sound far-fetched, but I want to scale it up to about 100K.
Okay.
And start trading continuously with just not a funded account, but my own personal funds. The money that I have made has pretty much been from funded accounts, and just using a personal account, I can leverage so much more, and I know I can make so much more, and I know the level up can happen so much quicker. But I just had to stick to that plan. And so, like, to kind of, you know, go back to what you were talking about, using trading as like a part-time, what's crazy is that once I started actually treating it like a full-time, everything changed as well. I'm talking about routine, right? Woke up, made sure I was up by a certain time, make sure I was in the office by a certain time, on the charts by a certain time. I had my pairs that I was possibly looking at a certain time. Like, everything had to happen before a certain time, or my trading plan was out the window. And although you can trade anytime, anywhere, for me, I had to come up with a plan. And if I didn't do it in that order, it wouldn't go through. So
it's almost like a ritual.
Yeah, 100%. So I would clock in. Literally, I would clock in a certain time to a certain time, done. And it's cool because, like, worst case scenario, I'm in the office by, 5, 6 in the morning, marking up my charts, waiting for New York to open, and then possibly look for my trades. And then if nothing comes about, like before noon, I'm out. I'm done for the day, And then maybe wait till London. And that's pretty much it, And that's it, bro.
And that's it. You just do it again the next day.
It's
not that hard, bro.
That's it, bro. Yeah, it's not that hard. Yeah, bro, it's crazy.
No, but I'm excited. I think 100K is not far-fetched at all. I think that's more than accessible, bro. I think that's down the corner. Bro, you just made, bro, if your goal is 100K, you just made 13% of that in a week.
Yeah.
Right?
I know, bro. It's fire.
Come on. Like, if I were to give you one tip right now, it would be to never, ever, ever underestimate yourself and your potential, bro, and what you can do. Because if you went from not knowing what this shit was to knowing what it is and then capitalizing off of it all under 2 years, bro, I would not underestimate your potential and what you can do, bro. I think 100K is very short, and it's more than accessible.
Yeah, I
So
appreciate that.
that's-
That's some great advice because, like I said, it sometimes it seems far fetched, but I know it's attainable.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you'll get the 100K, and as soon as you get it, kind of like the boy over here,
Man,
bro, you'll get the 100K, and you'll be like, that's it.
Yeah, bro, straight up.
Is that it? Is that it? Like, what's next? You know what I mean? So, I hope to see you back on a part 2.
Oh yeah,
Where we can chop it up, and then you'll be like, bro, you know what? I made 100K in a week.
Yeah,
and I'll be
bro.
like, well, did you follow the plan?
Yeah, did you,
Nah.
did you follow the
Yo,
plan?
Ricky, appreciate you,
Oh,
brother.
man.
Thank you,
Hell
bro.
yeah,
Finally
Thank
meet
you
him
for
in
having me
person.
here, bro.
OG from the 30-day boot camp. If you guys want to
Yeah.
see more videos like this, just click the link in the description below. We have more videos like this, and you guys can see the vlog that we did with Ricky, where he was trying to drive my Lamborghini Urus, and he couldn't figure out how to put it into drive. So if you guys want to see that, click the link below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you guys.